Hello, listener, and welcome to a brand new episode of the Keeping Up Appearances podcast, full of opinion, debate, and football trivia with a hint of nostalgia. I'm Callum Murray, and here with me is
Sean O'Hara,
Bob Gall, and Michael Tosh.
They say not to judge a book by its cover, but we might judge a player by their appearance. Let's get into it.
I'm done. I'm gone. Someone else can have to do Maroon 5.
How have you structured yours? Have you structured it like just talking about the players?
I'm worried.
I've come up with that.
Why?
I just don't think mine's very good.
Oh.
Doesn't matter, does it?
So it does.
It
I'm trying to get on that Chris podcast, don't forget.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
I've done mine as like a bit of a narrative.
What do you mean? But I have actually made some notes about because I'm scared of not being able to say anything for the first half an hour. So I've written down.
Yeah,
I've notes.
I've made like a little narrative about like what would happen on a night out.
Oh no, I haven't done that. Well, yeah, a bit, sort of.
Mine works though because based on my selection, if that makes sense.
How would you say to introduce him?
We've just had this chat. I'm going to ask him. I'll say, do you want to be Jamie or do you want to be Hutchie or what?
Okay. Have we just made up the Hutchie nickname?
No.
Is that what he gets?
I think I did.
Boys?
I think it was me.
No, actually, everyone calls him Hutcho.
Oh no, I am nervous.
Have you got a big problemo?
I am. I am hot now, but I haven't got a good top under this jumper, so.
No one will know, Tosh.
I'm at the window. Sounds crystal clear, though. That's all that matters.
It is. It's unbelievable, Tosh.
I'm impressed.
I didn't even think of doing that at Black Friday. Because do you know what? That's a good sign for me because that shows you're invested now.
Yeah,
I've had months of thinking you were going to quit on us. At least now I know you did.
I'm waiting until they go full price again.
Yeah, you're really going for it. So invested, you're paying as much as possible.
Yeah. Hello,
just
can you hear me okay?
citizen.
Yeah, we can hear you all right, yeah?
Yeah, Sam.
Can you see me, yeah?
No.
Yeah.
Well, can you see me now?
Oh, no.
How did you do that? Oh, there we go. Start video. Buzzing.
Yeah, all good.
There we are. Look at
Evening.
that. Evening. You all right, boys?
Right.
Yeah, not bad.
Okay.
Yeah, sweet, mate.
Oh, Tosh, he's got a better mug than you. Did you see that?
He's
I didn't see it, no.
Albert's
Oh, boss.
That's a Secret Santa in 2016 on my most prized possession.
Right, so are we just going to get stuck in? Are
Ready
you
to go?
on a time limit at all?
Me?
Yeah.
Nah, I'm at home today. Day off.
Sad. Just chilling after the tour?
Yeah, mate. It's got me a personalised dressing gown on. Money has changed me.
Right, go on. Carl, do you want to get stuck in?
Cool. Yeah.
It's Carlo, what's he going to do? Rooney! Rooney! Oh, yes!
So, welcome to this week's episode of the Keeping Up Appearances podcast. We have the normal squad with us today, but we are very pleased to say that we've got a great guest with us, Jamie Hutchinson. Jamie, thanks for being with us.
Oh, thanks for having me, mate. This is my new go-to listen as well.
Good stuff. Glad to hear it. And yeah, I mean, before we get into the main bits, we've got some good content for you all today. But I think we'll preview what was possibly a bigger game for one of the guests today. But we'll have a little chat on. Yeah.
Sorry, can I interrupt? I'm going to change the format ever so slightly today, if that's all right.
Do it.
Go on. Right, bear with me because this could be like making me look the biggest loser in the world, or it could be great.
It won't be
So
strange.
obviously, as we know, Hutchie also appears on, well, not appears, stars in the Crisp sessions. We're big fans of on this podcast.
Yes.
So I've decided to thank you for one, supporting us, two, coming on. I've got you a little gift.
Oh, nice one.
But again, don't get your hopes up. It's a terrible gift. I know you're a bit of a nostalgic man as well.
I am.
So I've tied in our passions, crisps and football. And knowing that you display your crisps on your little crisp ball on crisp sessions,
Yeah.
I've got
Oh, yes.
some. I mean, they're opened, unfortunately.
No, that's fine, mate. We'll frame them.
Get it. So we've got, for anyone listening, we've got some opened packets of old school Walkers, which are cheese and Owen, and salt and Lineker.
Was there prawn Collymore as well?
I don't know. There was Smoky Beckham.
Smoky.
I can't remember I can't remember what the.
But I remember it being in a Little Britain sketch, but I don't know if they was taking the piss with prawn Collymore.
Yeah,
Depends when it was with Collymore, I suppose, doesn't it?
Yeah. But that's not the end of it. So obviously, I'll get them sent to you, and you can
sweet.
do whatever you want with them. But I've also got a little game. So as we know, famously, all crisps go out of date on a Saturday.
Yes.
If you didn't know, you do now.
Only real crisp people know those facts.
And the expiry date on our crisps actually feature the weekend of Premier League action.
Oh, love that.
So I've got 2 matches from that weekend. I've got the Everton game and the United game.
All right.
So, yeah, I'll tell you the games, I'll tell you the scores, and I want you lot to work together to guess the scorers.
Are you going to tell us the date?
Yeah, obviously. But as long as Callum agrees not to Google it.
I don't Google.
Okay.
Google
so
free.
the game was the 26th of February 2000. Everton played against. They were away, I think. Oh, this is terrible. I don't even know who they played.
Yeah, it's a good start, that, Sean.
Good
It'll be
game,
difficult to
this.
guess the scorers then.
Have you got to guess who they played as well?
I've
guess they've lost. They will
I've
have
taken a
lost.
picture of the scorers, just not who they played. Give me 1 second.
Who did the scorers play for?
Right. Away at Everton were away at West Ham and won 4-0.
Oh, Danny Cadamartri.
Oh, all right. Wait, whoa. We need some rules here.
Oh, sorry.
Right. I'll specify then. So it's 4-0, but there's only 2 goal scorers.
Oh.
Right, okay.
So
Are we just saying names, or are we doing like guess who with?
I reckon we need to have some rules because we can't. Otherwise, we'll just name every player.
Is Danny Cadamartri one of them?
There's one question. No.
It's already been asked twice. Would one of them have been a January signing? That's January, or an earlier season signing?
I'm not gonna lie, I don't know.
Was he a product of the youth academy?
No.
Has one of them been mentioned on the podcast before? On one Maroon 5s?
Not on a Maroon 5, but has been mentioned. But
Does one of them have the preface super?
As with Super Kev, I was thinking.
no. So one of them has been mentioned, but on an episode that didn't record.
Oh, I know.
Never went out.
Got it. Nick Barmby.
Correct.
Snake.
Yeah.
Nick
Oh,
Barney.
he got an hat trick.
You got an hat trick, yeah?
Was it on pens? Or would it have been Unsworth back then?
Yeah. No, no pens.
When did he go to Liverpool, Barbie? Was that long after that? About 2000. He was there for when they won the treble, wasn't he? Must have been long after
Must
that.
have been that summer then.
Mm.
We need one more.
You need one more, but I'll be honest, this one's a wild one. So I reckon like Everton fans might be able to pluck it out, but I don't know how widely known this fella was.
Do you know him, Sean?
I know him, yeah.
Is he European or not?
No,
Is it like
He's not European.
Is it Joe Max Moore?
it is Joe Max Moore.
Whoa.
I was going to say Ibrahima Bakayoko.
I was going to say
Dan
Lee Ty.
Tal was me next one.
Jamie, is Joe Max Moore well known outside of Everton?
It's not often come up in my pub chats, to be honest. But I'll be sure to carry his flame from now on.
Our American guests all like that one. Well done, Tosh.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Linking back to Knack last week.
Right, go on then. The next game then is United away at Wimbledon. 2-2.
2-2.
Yeah. 4 scorers.
Robbie Earl. Oh, was it Robbie Earl?
I'm glad you're onto the format now. No, it wasn't.
Was what Dean Holdsworth?
No.
Did he even play for Wimbledon?
Yeah. He played around then.
Love the fact we went to Wimbledon first, not guessing the million
The big guns.
One of the United players is bang on. Like you should be getting him personally.
Yeah,
Andy Cole.
Yeah, Andy Cole.
yeah. Was the Wimbledon one a striker?
2 strikers, as far as I'm aware. Yeah.
2 strikers. Marcus Gale.
No,
It's a
he
good
was
shout.
there around then, though, wasn't he?
I don't really
Think
remember that
he'd-
Wimbledon team. I'm struggling.
I think John Hartson had moved by then. I think he went to West Ham by then.
No, I think he was still there that season,
Was
99, 2000. Yeah,
Hmm.
that was another one of my sticker books. I had that sticker book, my favourite one, red cover.
Oh, 2000.
Is the other United goal scorer a bit of like an obscure shout, or
You know what? Not obscure, but I'll probably give it away now, but is more well known for other things, not for his footballing ability.
Mm.
Lee Shah. Oh, that's too late.
That's well too late today.
Is he known for being a criminal or?
He
No.
played for United,
But
so
you don't know with us anymore.
when you say known for other things, like other things other than scoring, or other things outside of football?
I mean, I can give you a massive clue. Like,
No. What was he? A defender?
no, midfielder, as far as I'm aware.
Throw me with that. He was known for other things. I haven't got a clue.
You know what?
at
You know
all.
what? I'll give you a better clue. Not known better for other things, known better for other people, or because of other people.
Phil Neville.
Nah,
Nicky Butt.
Nicky Butt.
Is that what you mean, though?
yeah, you're on the right lines.
Jordi Cruyff.
Oh,
Correct.
So
love that show.
I was in the right direction because it's more famous family member.
Yeah. Phil Neville's brother was up there with Johan Cruyff as well, so you were right.
Right, just 2 Wimbledon.
I'm struggling for the Wimbledon.
No chance.
What I can give you the other teams I remember them playing.
F and Koku.
No. Come on, I'll tell you 2 teams I remember, one each that I remember them playing for. One of them used to play for Charlton. Went to
Kevin
Charlton.
Lisby.
He was never at Wimbledon, as far as I'm aware he might have been. And the other one,
Sean Bartlett.
the other one used to play for Newcastle as well.
Carl Court.
Correct.
Oh, good shout.
Out.
The show.
Is it Kevin Lisby?
No, but you're on the right line. It's the other striker of that 3.
Jason Ewell.
Sean Bartlett.
Jason Ewell.
Jason Ewell.
Jason Ewell. I always kept my Ewells and my Gales mixed up.
That must happen a lot. Right, well done everyone anyway.
Good
Game,
game.
that.
Good.
Can that be a regular fixture?
What's
Yeah,
up
I
with
like
my old crisp packets?
All you need is a bag of crisps.
Right.
I've got a few.
Yeah, sound. I'll look into that. I'll pick an old game and we'll find the scorers. Right, go on,
It's got to
Carl.
be to do with the crisps, though.
So,
What do you mean?
You can't just pick any old game. Just like you've got to find a packet of crisps.
All right. If I can't find any on eBay, I'll just go around the bins. See what I can find.
from previous games to more recent games to Everton United, I mean, I think a few of us went. Swash, what did you think?
Yeah, I think we mentioned it last week, didn't we? We were sort of building up the potential atmosphere, and I think I've ominously said something like, no doubt United will score after a couple of minutes and spoil the party, and that's exactly what happened, I thought. I'm sure we'll talk about the goal in a bit more detail. Obviously a wonderful goal, but yeah, I think Everton were very disappointing. I thought barring a 10-minute spell where United let them into it, I think they just never really got going, which when you think of all the hype surrounding it, I thought they would have been a lot better than they were, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, obviously a sucker punch, that first goal was unbelievable, but it was just a bit of a sucker punch. And then I thought we had a bit of a spell in the first half, to be honest. We had those 2 or 3 chances, a few half chances that we just didn't convert. It was a bit like we needed to put the first one away, I think, and then that's probably changed things a bit, but we just didn't look too threatening. But to be fair, I don't think United did, to be honest, and not in the first half. I think they had that, I don't know who hit the volley, that just went just over in the first half from the corner. But yeah, I didn't think we were too impressive. But I thought we'd done enough to get a goal in that first half, and I think if you get that, if you go in at 1-1, I think it's probably a different game in the second half. But it was always on the cards, wasn't it? I think everyone was going the game thinking these are here to spoil a party, and we're sort of more bothered about this whole protest thing. And I think it came back to bite us, to be honest. I think we need to not give it up, but kind of stop being like victims about it now. There's more important things going on the pitch that we need to sort out first.
Yeah, as I say, I think you're right about the chances that potentially they had, but again, they were just they were just letting Onana have it and the defence have it. I know the plan was we didn't want to go suckering in and pressing and over pressing and losing it, but just seemed you had a bit of a hostile crowd. Just didn't really do it. Even the chances we got just seemed to be United mistakes early on, which you thought if you'd done that a bit more, they had a very young lad who was very impressive in the middle, I thought.
I was going to say he was really good in it.
But
yeah, it's decent, Manu. He looked good in pre-season, and he had a bad injury, so he's been out for a while.
Is he from the academy?
Yeah. Or we probably poached him from somewhere else when he was like 14 or something. That's how it goes now. But he had a good game. I was gutted in a way Everton didn't score because it cost me 4 ton. I had the lot to assist, which never happens because he can't cross his legs normally. Then Ashley Young to get card because he's 106 years old.
And
just Everton both to score, and you missed some sitters, to be fair. That one to Corey had where it just trickled wide and stuff.
That's standard for him, really, isn't it?
I thought 3-0 flattered us, really, to be honest. It's obviously the wonder goal, a penalty which he initially got booked for diving at first.
I still don't think it is a pen.
I thought it was right on the edge of it, yeah. And then Martial with his first goal since 2004 or something.
Since he last played Everton.
He just seems to wheel him out to Everton games and he scores.
We were in the pub and I couldn't believe he was starting. I was thinking, like, if United have worked out he scores all the time against us, they're going to keep playing him and keep giving him a contract.
No.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's probably done his worst long term if he gets an extension off the back of it.
But even the penalty was quite lucky for Everton. Well, maybe lucky for Everton, because I think if he gives that the first time, he probably sends Ashley Young off, doesn't he? Got his usual ridiculous booking early on. He was just... I just don't know what Dyche keeps persisting in him with, because he just... Yeah.
I mean, the one thing you'd expect is like a wise head, because he's, 40.
That's what we thought we were getting. Yeah.
Well, he showed that he isn't in the derby, didn't he? And he's now cost us massively in 2 big games. But Seamus is back, so there's the wise head you need.
Another 104-year-old, yeah.
He's younger.
It's about a week. He's about 35, 36. What do we think of the goal, though?
One of the best I've seen at Goodison, I think.
I made a noise that I didn't think could come out of me. And that went in. Yeah. I was in the pub with my girlfriend, and my girlfriend's just like, "You've never looked at me like you looked at that replay." It's something that's different. He ruined it with the celebration a bit. Doing an Ronaldo celebration. He should have done something a bit more original, I think.
Yeah, imagine if you'd scored a goal like that, you'd not be able to think properly, would you? I'd been running around for about 3 weeks after that if I'd scored a goal like that.
Somebody who plays for Argentina shouldn't be doing that celebration, should they?
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
That's one of the things that's always done my head in about that Rooney overhead. Do you know, against City? When he goes to the corner flag and does that, and then Nani picks him up.
Nani ruins it,
and it just... that would have been iconic, and then Nani ruined it.
It's Cantona's against Sunderland, and Brian McClare ruins it. He's looking round like the Emperor of Rome, and then just Brian McClare comes up. It just ruined. I have to fast forward through Premier League years after that bit.
He's done his job, though. He's still talking about Brian McClare and that goal, aren't he? The link forever linked them two things.
Yeah.
No, it was a special goal, but I think it just sucker punched us a bit, took the wind out of our sails. I just think, as you said before, Tosh, with letting the keeper and the defence have the ball too much. The players, I don't think we've done this enough. They needed to play the atmosphere. Someone just needed to go and smash one of the centre backs or full backs, even if they didn't get the ball.
Or that young lad.
Them. Yeah, just hit them just with a tackle as the
Garnacho needed to be nailed, didn't he?
Oh, yeah, Ashley Young did.
Yeah, didn't need to, just too slow. Yeah. But yet someone just needed to hit one of the players, just put a tackle in and just sort of raise the crowd again after that goal, but he didn't. But yeah, is it Manu or Manu? I don't know how to pronounce it.
Yeah.
He was I thought he was impressive.
He was great.
Young, great turn on the ball and that sort of broke the lines at driving forward. He was
when you're saying a player needed to be nailed, it should have been Garnacho, and it should have been like that Phil Neville challenge on Ronaldo from years ago.
Yeah.
That's what it should have been. Like, that's what we needed in that game.
Yeah, I just think as like the Corey and Calvert-Lewin pressing, the kind of just pressing but just letting them pass. Someone needs to press and then tackle Maguire or Dallo, wherever it was, just to sort of let them know they're there. It's even that Onana, there was a bit where he got into a bit of trouble. He nearly let the ball roll out and just kicked it and stuff. I just think, I don't know, we didn't put enough kind of on them, but I think that was probably Dyche's instruction to stay off them. Don't press too high.
Yeah, because you'd win all the long balls, wouldn't you? Really, you'd expect it anyway.
And ultimately, his plan is not, like his plan's to stay for 0-0 as long as he's 1-0 down after 2 minutes. It's like, and we've had quite a lot of luck recently. We've scored a lot of early goals where our game then we can play ours. So I think we were due not to be that, but nice of Onana to make his first few saves of the season as well, wasn't it? He had quite a good game. It's typical of all the mistakes he's been making. I thought he made the one I haven't seen it back since from the ground. The one off Ghana in the second half looked brilliant. I don't know that he made that look better, but
probably more the cameras.
Yeah, and there's a header as well, Calvert-Lewin straight at him, but at him, with enough power. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we were on the balance. I think we were unlucky, but 3-0, as you say, Hutchie probably flattered United a bit.
Yeah, 3-0 massively flattered us. I think that the timing of the goal and the nature of the goal just shut up any sort of atmosphere for like 5 minutes, just like a stunned silence.
Yeah.
And then we could get a foothold in the game and stuff. So it's quite fortunate timing wise.
Yeah, even the timing of the penalty, so the 10 minutes into the second half, it just
did the same thing, didn't it?
Any sort of momentum, it just kind of killed that a bit, and we were just, before you know it, you're 2-0 down, and then you are just chasing it on you. But I'm sure Man United fans are happy to see Rashford back on the score sheet.
Yeah, not to look like I'm putting a tinfoil hat on, but isn't the VAR from Manchester?
Was it? Anthony Taylor?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good lad.
Just
there you go. Makes you think.
Just to put that out there, it does make you think.
What did it really do apart from the penalty? I thought the penalty was a stone wall. I have seen that. I thought it was a stone. And in the ground, I thought it looked like a stone wall.
But I don't think it was, and it's not. I don't think booking him for diving is. I don't think it was a clear and obvious error, which is the phrase that has always been used. Why be overturned? So that's what I'm annoyed. Other than being annoyed at Young for doing it anyway, that's what I'm most annoyed with.
I was thinking, do you reckon if he hasn't booked him for diving, but he's kind of just played on and said it's not a penalty, that they've went and sort of reversed it? So I think I'd be saying that booking him for diving is the clear and obvious error. Like he shouldn't have been booked.
And it's when they slow it down to like a pixel by pixel, any contact looks, miles worse in slow mo and stuff. So I don't know. It was. Yeah, we got fortunate with the rub of the green sort of thing. That's for sure.
Happens,
that ref as well. The ref must have been absolutely gutted that he had to go and he thinks he's giving it, and then he's got to walk over to them fans. We've all got the pictures up. We've all booed, and he's got to go and stand and then make that decision. He's thinking, "Oh God, I have to change this." See how long he took to make it. He was thinking,
like, ages, didn't he?
Yeah, these pink cards have put me off here.
I'm getting mine framed.
I've got mine here. And if the Maroon 5 goes wrong, I'm putting this up.
Top 5 protests.
We've had a couple.
Yeah. I mean, on that note, Tosh, would you like to lead us into Maroon 5 for this week?
Absolutely, Callum. Yeah, will do. So, as always, we'll recap last week's. So, you might remember we looked at ways of ending games with our American guest, and the week's winner was Sean with his Wayne Rooney Street Striker themed idea. No one still understands what was going on, but it was the winner, 37%. So that will be taken to Ireland to join legendary players Zidane, Pogba, the Charltons, Jason Kumas, who can all get stuck into that one. A very good idea, very creative. This week's one, we're gonna, as when this podcast comes out, it'll be the 1st of December. So we're in Christmas night out territory. And I think our esteemed guest will be partial to a Christmas night out. So we're going to think about going out with a team from the past or the present and who we choose to go on that Christmas night out with. Bob, I reckon you kick us off. You were last week.
Okay, I was going to go and get another drink, but I'll start anyway. because Everton is so depressing at the moment, I am always envious of my dad having seen, I suppose, relative success now in years gone by, and his team was the team of the mid-80s, 1985 to be precise. The manager at the time, Howard Kendall, obviously loved a nice house, and I've heard stories from the likes of Peter Reid, who talks about his celebrations when signing for Everton. He turns up for his first day of training. He's called into the manager's office and is asked by Howard Kendall, "Do you like a night out then?" And he says, "Yeah." And Howard Kendall says to him, "You'll do fine here." That team just sounds like everything you'd want on a night out, really. And they had some great characters in that team. Peter Reid's probably indirectly one of my football heroes because my dad loves him so much, but obviously absolutely loathes the Tories. So I'd get on with him very well there.
Who did he offer
Loves
out
to drink.
the other day?
Dominic Cummings.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's going to meet him for a drink, isn't he?
Yeah, he said, yeah, meet up for a drink and he's going to have a straightener, yeah. So that kind of behaviour is just absolutely glorious. Then Neville Southall as well seems like one of the nicest people in the world.
Wouldn't want to be behind him in the queue for the buffet, though, at the meal, would you?
That's a good point, yeah. So them two alone, probably what make me pick the Everton 80s team and Howard Kendall as well. And I reckon we go out for some karaoke because there's a great video Howard Kendall from a few years ago singing "My Way." And I just think I reckon that'd be the close of the night. Howard Kendall singing "My Way." We'd all be absolutely steaming by then. Absolutely leathered the Tories with Peter Reid and Neville Southall for a good couple of hours, and sounds like an ideal night out, really. And it would also help being out with a successful team as well. So I think that's me, really.
And don't forget Andy Gray as well. And you could ask, if it was like now, you could see if you bring Richard Keys along.
No, I'm
that's the dream for me.
He's retrospectively being cancelled for this night out, I think.
I know, you've got to bring Gray.
Okay, not Richard Keys then. Do we cancel Graham Sharp as well for his association with our board?
Nah, I don't think so.
He has to be there. Yeah, they're all invited, but not Richard Keys.
He's another one. Sharp in his book, I'm sure he says something about the similar sort of thing as Peter Reid, about going and like speaking to Howard Kendall and can't remember along the lines of it, but he sort of asked him the same question. Do you like a drink? And he's like, the odd one or two, and Kendall's like, you'll need to improve that type thing. I think there was very much a past that very different time, shall we say?
Yeah. When footballers were men, eh?
Yeah,
and that's all the stories.
Old days.
They'd all go out in West Derby Village after a day of training and stuff like that. After leaving Belfield, it just sounds like quite a funny team, really. But obviously, they had the performances to match as well, which is a pleasant change from what we've seen since we've been around, unfortunately.
Fair play. Any other thoughts from anyone, or no?
I think it's a good shot. I mean, obviously, us as Evertonians, we probably all like to be in and around that group of players, obviously being successful. So, yeah, decent shout, Bob.
So, going from one successful team to another, Sean, who would your pick be?
Right, so again, a bit like last week, I've kind of gone on a little lane here, and I've chosen to go out with a very unsuccessful team. I'm going out with the Derby side of.
Oh my God, that was my pick as well.
What?
How mad's that? Yeah, I picked Derby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you want to go? Because you'll be better than me.
No, so my fault. I was going through like the famous drinking culture clubs, like the Arsenal Tuesday Club and whatever. But I thought they'd just be too leery and confident, like recruitment consultants at Christmas. So I thought, I've been in call centre jobs where the theme is just abject misery, and they've been the best nights out. So I just thought, it's so depressing being in that Derby squad. The night out's got to be mint by proxy.
That was exactly my thought.
Yeah.
And the focal point of it for me was Paul Jewell.
Yeah.
Paul Jewell, he'd only had the job. He got the job end of November. This Christmas party is big. He's like make or break, innit?
You wouldn't want to be behind him in the buffy as well.
No.
Definitely not. But anyway, I don't know how we're going to do this.
Marooned 4 this week.
Yeah.
I've got a reserve one then. I've got another one.
Okay, but then if mine's garbage, if you want to take over,
just do it team effort.
I'll sit this one out. Yeah. So when I was picturing it was very similar to you, Jamie, where it was like you're looking at this team. I think they'd won 1-1, drawn one at this point, early December, scored 5 goals. You're not getting a more depressed team. You look at the players they've got like Kenny Miller, Robert Earnshaw, who've like Kenny Miller's been at the Old Firm on both sides. You know what I mean? He's like, he's used to a bit of fight, and he's at this Derby team. But then instantly, when I was thinking about where their night out would be, I know obviously with maybe Callum's choice in a bit, it'd be at like the swankiest bars and that. In my head, Derby had their night out at the Phoenix Club.
Oh, that's the dream.
That's all I could think of. Like Paul Jewell thinks, I don't know where to take them. I'll go my local. I'll go to the Phoenix Club.
and despite being so miserable, Savage still comes in like a Bentley and a pink suit or something.
Yeah, but do you know what?
Got all its wheels at the end of the night, though.
Savage is a big part of my night. Just wait there. So yeah, as I was saying, they were my narrative of the night would be like this. So we go in. You've got obviously music's on low. Paul Jewell's doing the rounds, trying to like rouse everyone up. He ends up on the stage like Jerry St. Clair, getting a bit of brimful of Asher going, and then that doesn't work. So he has a little break. He goes out. He comes out like Slim Shady. Do you know what? He's doing everything he can, but he's got a card up his sleeve, which is all the January signings he's not made yet. They'll be coming soon, but he thinks I'll bed them in at the night out. And when you hear this list, you all want to be on this night out, I'm telling you. So you've got Roy Carroll, Danny Mills, Alan Stubbs, Hossam Ghali, and Lauren Robert. A bit of exotic style at the end. Yeah. He's just come off the back of film and goal, and now he's in the Phoenix Club.
Now he's in the Phoenix.
Yeah. So the night out, but in my head, it was like it's divided, like an old American school disco where you've got like current squad one side, you've got the new signings on the other, and Paul Jewell's losing his mind because he's trying to bed them all in. He doesn't know what to do. And then all of a sudden, the saviour appears. The doors swing open. Here's Savage, dressed like Neil out the in-betweeners at the disco.
Oh, my God.
He doesn't say anything, no.
Does he know where the toilets are?
He doesn't say anything. He walks straight up to the DJ and whispers in his ear. Music goes dead. Next thing all we hear is dee-dee-da-na-na. Saturday night's on. And you know what? The whole place is up. Robert Earnshaw's doing backflips onto the dance floor.
You can fit Hossam Ghali into that song, can't you?
Can you?
Yeah.
Hossam Ghali.
Well, yeah, you could probably do that with loads.
yeah, but you mentioned his name before.
Yeah, you could do that with Robbie Savage. Do it loads.
Yeah, so, but it doesn't fit in as well.
So yeah, that's a night out, and do you know what? It's the ultimate bonding. And in an ideal world, they go unbeaten until April at that point because they're just on a high from that night out from Robbie Savage saving the day, and they end up making Europe. That's the dream. I'd love to have been there to witness it.
How many points did they end up with in reality? Like 11?
12. They didn't win again.
All because
they didn't have the Christmas party.
Yeah, exactly. They didn't go on that night out.
Paul Jewell should have got me involved. And then if the entertainment didn't work, he could have just put a sex tape on, just for a laugh.
What?
Paul Jewell's sex tape.
God.
You don't know about that?
I did not know about that, but that's got to be the name for this episode.
The crown jewels, he called it.
Oh, yeah. I wonder if any papers went with that. Yeah.
I reckon they probably were in a position where they wouldn't have been allowed a Christmas night out. You sometimes hear about them being cancelled, don't you? So
yeah,
your whole thing could have been scuppered then, sure.
It could have, but I just think Paul Jewell's coming into that job. He knows he needs to get them going.
But they're so bad at that. They're so bad. It's funny.
Yeah.
But if you're 17th and 18th and you're bobbing in and out of the relegation zone, you switched on, you focus. When you're that bad, it just becomes hilarious now.
Yeah. Have you seen
bad can we get?
All interviews with former players are like from that squad? It's in the past couple of years, they'll all come out and said like we all look at the fixture list and they'll be like terrified of who we were playing next week, and like the attitude, the self-esteem must have been like rock bottom. You know what I mean?
They can't have been terrified of playing Everton.
Well, maybe that was the exception, but
Yeah.
I think we beat them twice 1-0 that year. I think everyone else beat them by like 6 and 7. I think we beat them 1-0 twice.
I think I'm sure they
Moyes
lost.
was the manager at the time, so
I think they lost like 6-0 about 5 times that year.
Yeah,
It's just insane.
Always remember that Petrov goal away there for Villa
Yeah.
when he hit it on the like half volley.
That was like 7-0 as well, wasn't it?
That was battering. Yeah.
So,
Got a mate who's a big Derby fan, Thomas Kidsley. Shout out. He'll be made up. They've got to mention the two people have thought of Derby County for a thing. So
all for the wrong reasons.
Yeah. They'll be pleased for mention them
because they were so tragic.
Yeah, great shout.
That must be awful coming from an Everton fan as well.
I know.
Got to kick the people below you, haven't you?
All I'm saying is when we're voting on a poll next week, great mind to think alike here. So
yeah,
you know where you should be voting.
Brilliant. Right. I think we'll go from one very, very well thought out one. We'll go with mine. So I was worried Jamie might have picked mine as well. So I was going to pick United. I was toying also with the Arsenal, but I thought that was too obvious. The old Mason Adams and the lads. But I'm going to go for United. And I had to pick between, I'll tell you the reason I've picked United in a minute, but I was picking between around 95 and then around the treble winning team. And I was having to make a decision in my mind between do I want Brucey and Lee Sharp there or do I want Teddy Sheringham and Dwight York there? And I'm edging for Brucey and Lee Sharp. Just to think Brucey, I think I'm still liking to think that team were not in the swanky nightclubs. I know Beckham's coming in and he's probably going to change the situation, but he's still young that day. And I think the likes of Bruce and Pallister and people like that have still got their say. So I'm thinking just in a pub, I'm thinking still some of the old guard drinking culture, but I'm also thinking the young lads coming through your skulls and your butties, a bit of a good laugh. But my main reason for picking that team is really want to be mates with Roy Keane. And
yeah,
I just think me and him would get on so well. I think the similarities between us, hard men, midfield generals, and a hatred of Peter Schmeichel. And I reckon I'd get him scrapping with scrapping with Schmeichel by the end of it.
Pallister and Keane fell out for years after a night out.
Did they?
The threesome, I've got not a threesome. Fuck, that's horrific.
Libelous. Paul Jewell was there.
It was Pallister, Sharp, and Keane was like they was like a little group, and Pallister wanted to call it night, so Keane said he's under the thumb and stuff, and seen him at a kebab stand and just hit him, and they fell out since.
That's great. And they haven't kissed the maid up.
Well, they didn't speak for the rest of the time when there was teammates, really. Yeah.
I'd probably get in there early and just go to Keane. Palace is a diddy, and get on.
Have you seen that picture of, I think it's like 2005, when we're just the worst dressed team in the world?
Yeah, Smith and Rooney and that. Smith and Rooney.
Ferdinand O'Shea.
John O'Shea.
I'd fit in well with them as well, to be fair. I could have picked them.
Absolute shambles of an eye out, that one.
But yeah, I reckon I'd just chill it. I know Keane loves Dennis Irwin, so I'd be mates with them. Just me, Irwin, Keane in the corner, chatting. I'd like sort of be just like saying things. Look at the Nevilles there. I bet you they're grassing to Fergie, the snitches.
He doesn't. Roy Keane doesn't drink anymore, does he?
Yeah, he did back then. I don't think he drinks anymore. I think early on he was a big drink. He might have been just coming to the end because obviously I think Cantona's still knocking about as well. He's a good laugh out there, isn't he? He'd be doing something mad.
Karaoke.
Yeah, I didn't have karaoke in mind, but maybe did. I don't know what he'd do, some like spoken word or something, wouldn't he? He wouldn't be singing. He'd like recite a poem. But yeah, I just mainly want to be mates with Roy Keane, really. So I reckon by the end of the night,
the only risk is with the mid-90s United is you'll end up Lee Sharp grassing you up 20 years later at sportsman's dinners because you don't shut up.
That's a good point. Yeah. But he'd be worth the entertainment, Sharp, I reckon. I know he's a bit of a groove back in his day, and Giggsy, out and about.
I think he's a little
Won't mention Giggs. I'll call him a grass, then him and the Neville.
Who's the worst grass of that team?
There's a lot of grasses there.
It's got to be Phil Neville.
Yeah. I was saying that knowing the answer.
Yeah, we know Phil Neville.
Yeah.
What was Tevez called the Nevilles with bootlickers or something? He called them something. Yeah, something like that. He hated them. But yeah, that was That was my suggestion, that United team. Yeah, let's say I could have gone later and got Dwight York and Teddy, I reckon, of decent characters and a few others, but I'll stick with the Lee Sharps, the Keanes, the Irwins. But yeah, who have we got next? We'll leave you till last, Hutchie. You're going to save the best till last. Callum, who we going?
I was torn between a couple, as you know. So I was torn between possibly picking Palace, my affinity with South London, and I think that would generally be good vibes with Eze and Elise and them, man. But I went for a slightly more upper market. Shelton Sean has kind of alluded to a team of winners who are used to partying of late. I'm going to go with this Man City side, who I think have got a bit of everything for everyone. I think you've got a team who will be going to, it'll be no Phoenix nights on our night out. That's for sure. Sean will be going to these upper class places. They'll be bankrolled by the state. I think the buffet will be the best buffet out of everyone's. And we'll be in the best bar. And I think that a group of people who are used to partying. And I think you've got different.
Just like you, Callum.
Correct, yeah. I'm a big partier. But no, you've got different groups of people where I think you could float in and out of for different parts of the night. I think you've obviously got Grealish and Stones, the likely lads. I think Grealish will be kicking up a bit of a fuss. John Stone's a bit of a mover, so I've seen. So you've got him there. Nathan Ackey will be playing a piano somewhere in the corner. Don't know if anyone's seen that video of how good he is on the piano. Talented guy. So he'll be on the corner there playing.
Just what you want from a night out, that.
Chill vibes. That you go in that corner and chill out.
Just ask the fella from like Liverpool One who goes and plays one of them big pianos instead.
No, that's Nathan Ackey. So you've got that side of the night as well, and I think you've got the European influx. I know that the teams you guys have mentioned have all been pretty British, Larry, loutish.
Pat van der House from
I'm going
Belgium.
Oh, you've got one then, but well done. You tick that box. Yeah. But I'm going for a bit more of a European classier night. That was my idea. You've got Bernardo Silva. You've got Pep, who I imagine will just be the coolest guy ever on a night out.
Bad card, though.
What, sorry?
Wearing a bad card, though.
Yeah, he'd be cool as anything, but trust me.
He'd also be giving like team talks on the dance floor, wouldn't he? Like doing all them chatty stages for the cameras. Yeah, it'd be like Darren Haaland telling how to dance.
Haaland drenched in Monster. Getting off early to go to some satanic rave.
He looks like the most boring fella ever. Have you ever seen him in like? I was watching an interview of him the other day when he was at Dortmund, and like this girl was half like flirting with him, and he's just got absolutely nothing. So I don't know what you're expecting.
So robotic, isn't he?
Sounds like Cal.
He's so robotic. I mean, it is like he's just being made in a lab kind of thing. But yeah, I mean, and pretty much like Tosh wants to be mates with Keane, I do kind of want to be mates with Pep, to be honest. So
I'd say I want to be mates with Jack Grealish, not Pep.
Yeah, Pep's too much of a weirdo, and he can't be.
Pep won't be out the toilets, cubicles, mate. He'll be on the beak all night. Remonstrating with an 18-year-old waitress because I've been served in time or something.
Yeah, I've gone for the more upper class European night.
Surprise! Possibly, Tory night out, that Callum.
I've gone with Man City's squad. Because I do kind of want to be mates with Pep, and probably funny to see what Jack Grealish gets up to behind closed doors. So yeah, I'm going with the City.
I reckon Bernardo Silva would do your head in as well. He's annoying. He's very annoying. Him.
Yeah, I think he'd get you in a fight and off.
Whereas if you get to the fight with me and Keno, he's in trouble.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I was hoping we wouldn't bump into you and Keane, to be honest. Maybe we might. So yeah, I'm putting Man City forward, and we will go over to the best till last.
Yeah, well, I did have Derby 07-08, but I think given that we talked about Paul Gill being a good leader of men on a night out, I think a fellow good leader of men on a night out would be who passed away, Terry Venables. So I'd go for Euro 96 because there's not that much it's sort of like anything goes this week. So just do whatever you want on this night out. So there's no jeopardy of getting caught or anything or doing anything untoward. You got your manager's got your back. Even Darren Anderton couldn't get you in trouble.
Get injured though.
Yeah, he'd probably get injured. Yeah. Pull his hamstring moonwalking.
We've all been there. Yeah, no, famously they did get caught, and they obviously I think that a lot of them players were talking this week, weren't they, about the way he sort of dealt with the dentist chair and all that, and he said he was just class about it. I think he'd have been on a high class one as well. He's always, he's always walking around looking very cool. Venables, I think someone said that on the radio. He's the first football player they'd ever seen with a tan in the 50s or something. Yeah.
Yeah, he seemed like the boy. Yeah.
Yeah. Rest in peace.
Who's on the night out?
Well, you want to avoid some. It depends what you want from a night out, innit? Because I'd be avoiding McManaman and Anderton. I can just imagine them doing my head in.
McManaman, definitely.
Ince would do me head in. He'd be trying to get to the front of a bouncer and trying to throw his weight around to get in and stuff and being leery to girls and all that. I couldn't be arsed with that.
What about Southgate?
That's what I mean. Southgate would make sure you get home in a very boring, methodical way, but we will get home.
You need people like
Jamie Redknapp.
No, he can't be invited, surely.
No, you'd put him out into the middle of the dance floor like bait for the girls, and then
get the leftovers.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd probably just chill with Adams and Seaman.
Yeah, I mean, even Adams could at that time probably get you into a bit of trouble. Was he post clinic at that point? No, pre-clinic probably, wasn't he? Yeah, still probably a good night out, and obviously Gaza as well. I'd be avoiding him. I think he'd be too much for me. I couldn't cope with him.
You can't avoid Gaza.
I've got a mate like Gaza. He used to play football, and he missed a playoff final. He was meant to be on the bench at Wembley, and he was in a casino in Manchester at 7 a.m, and didn't get back in time to Wembley. So they went up, yeah. Palace 2012, I think. Well, when everything came up.
How did he get on that night? Was he on? Did he win much? Or?
No, he lost everything. The plot, his contract.
This goes from bad to worse for him, doesn't it?
Premier League status, but mates for me. So every
Right then, we'll wrap that up. So just a quick reminder: the 5 people to pick from. You've got Derby 0708, the Everton 1985 team, mid-90s United, the current City team, and Euro 96 England or pre-Euro 96 England. Right, shall we move on to our game of the week and then keeping up appearances? Sean, have you got the wheel ready?
I do. So, obviously, last week we threw a little spanner in the works with our championship game. We're not going to do that this week because we're not choosing the game. We're going to leave it to chance. But we've gone 2 fairly big Premier League games and then 1 smaller game just to add a little bit of jeopardy in case. So the games this week are Man City against Spurs, Newcastle against Man United, and Burnley against Sheffield United.
Oh.
Let's spin.
I'm open for Burnley.
Well, Callum will be happy. It's City Spurs. Anyone want to take the reins on previewing that game?
Callum can speak about City again for a bit.
Well, they were talking a lot about it on the night out, to be honest. So I know the City lads are up for it. No, I think obviously it's a big game, isn't it? And it's a big game probably for the league as well, for the teams around them as well who gets those 3 points. Tottenham aren't looking too great at the moment, are they? They're obviously struggling. But if you've seen the list of players out is insane. Most of them would walk into nearly every other Premier League team in the list of players they've got out. So I think that is just a problem that isn't going to be fixed for this weekend. And City, I think, don't look overly impressive. I thought at the weekend they looked a bit slow, a bit lethargic. But yeah, I just think most weeks you go in just thinking City going to win, just because of the power they've got. I think the way Tottenham play or the way he wants to play, City going to beat them at that game. So I just think City might walk away with it, to be honest.
I think he might change it up this weekend. I reckon he'll go a bit more defensive. He couldn't really even work out the team he played on Saturday, the mad formation. But I think they've gone the last 3 games, they've gone ahead, haven't they? And lost all 3. So I think
it's the first time it's ever been done in the Prem.
3 games in a row, gone ahead and lost.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. So I think, it's hard to see anything but a City win, really, with the players missing. I mean, City have got a lot of players missing. You looked at City's bench on Saturday, it wasn't very strong. Like Liverpool were bringing off the stronger people off the bench. So again, but you just feel, especially as you say, Cal, if they play that sort of game, City are gonna, you'd imagine, would pick them apart, really.
Mm-hmm.
I'll throw it out there now. I haven't seen anything of this weekend's footy, so my last kind of view of those 2 teams was pre-internationals, so I haven't really got much to base it on. How did he play against Liverpool? Was it?
Yeah, really got
chances,
going.
It was just, I thought the whole game was slow. I think Liverpool weren't up to much, City weren't up to much. City had chances.
You could tell it's an early kick-off.
Yeah,
therefore it was. They just looked tired. And,
it's a bit lethargic game. Yeah,
I think at City with a stronger team, weren't they? But they just didn't come out second half.
Yeah, it's one of them. I think sometimes you need City to put that second one away, and then you get 2 and then it turns to 4 quite quickly. They just couldn't get that second goal. It just didn't happen for them. And obviously it was a decent finish, but Liverpool didn't do much to pressure them, to be honest. I think City were unlucky to have that goal disallowed. But yeah, I think what day is the game on? Is it the City Spurs? Is it the Sunday late one? Is it? Yeah, so
it's the Sunday. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I can just see a City win, to be honest.
I think Spurs will score. I think they've still got, despite Maddison being out, I really like that Kulusevski. He always looks dangerous when he cuts in and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You might lose a bit of Son just because he's playing as a number 9. I think he's more dangerous to the left, really. But I think their pace on this one forward. I even like Brennan Johnson. I thought he played pretty well against Aston Villa. I think they can definitely score. It's just the relentlessness of City in it. There's death by 1,000 paper cuts. Just Ireland needs one chance and it's done. But I definitely think Spurs will score.
Spurs again, that they should have been 3 or 4 up, shouldn't they, in the first half? And they were really good. They're just missing chances, and then obviously they just tire. And Villa did a good job on them. But yeah, I think Haaland, I thought he took his goal brilliantly. I know I don't particularly like him. We've discussed it, a bit of a weirdo, but I think the way he took his goal was fantastic the other day. I thought
first touch was great.
First touch and just I think the goalie should have done a bit better, but yeah, you just feel like they're going to get chances, City, and if they fall to him, he's scoring, isn't he?
Yeah, I think if you've got a struggle in defence, you don't want to be playing City, and I just think it's
apart.
Yeah, especially it's if you look at the sort of like pace wise, how much that's been reduced in the Spurs defence that's playing now, and the players that you've lost and the players that have come in instead, they're just not as quick. So yeah, I think that Doku looks dangerous. He's not a City player, I don't think, but he's very dangerous, very good at what he does.
I think he is.
Thanks, Bobby.
Yeah,
I think he's not a City type player then.
Saying you wonder if Pep will coach that out to him like he sort of did to Grealish. But I thought he was I was watching in a pub, so obviously watching it properly, you feel like, but I thought he was great. Felt like he did get the better of Trent. And I was surprised when Trent got
7 times.
Did he though? This stat's been flying around this week, and people have been clipping up all the time. He took him on and stuff. Half the time it's one step past him, cut back. I don't understand that. That's beating your man. I know he can do that, but I'm not Arnold's number 1 fan, but I do think he's been done over a bit this weekend.
He was man of the match as well, wasn't he?
Yeah. That's what I mean. So he can't have been slaughtered that much.
Gary Neville just seems to give man of the match to whoever scores. Though he said on Saturday he gave Garnacho, but then he said, "Yeah, I didn't actually think he was. I thought the young lad was, but I just gave it to him because of the goal." So he's like something like he was it Maino? I've forgotten his name already. He was player of the match, but yeah, I gave it to Garnacho for the goal, which maybe but Trent's goal was brilliant as well. Should we any other thoughts, or we get some predictions?
Go on.
Go on, Sean, then. You seem confident.
Oh, I'm absolutely not confident. As I said, I've not watched any footy. Been too busy doing house decorating. Yeah, again, I'd probably agree with everyone. Think if City are on the day, they're going to score quite a few, and I think Tottenham aren't particularly solid, so I'll go 3-1 City.
Butchie, do you want the honours?
Yeah, I'll go 2-1 Tottenham because I'm a very bitter man.
Like that.
I like your style.
Go on, Bob.
4-1 City.
Go on, Callum, what you think?
Yeah, I was going to say 3-1, but Sean took that, so because I do think Spurs score, but I'll just go 3-0.
Go on, I'll go 2-0. I'll keep it fairly, so we'll all have different ones. So no one predicting anything but a City win. Interesting. Right then, Sean, so we get to the main event, or are we going to say something else? Sorry.
I was going to say, Hutchie did. He said 2-1 Tottenham.
Oh, yeah, 2-1 Spurs.
Oh, sorry, yeah, I've got that written down. Sorry.
Right, so should we get our number? Our game, as obviously discussed, is Man City Spurs. We need to get our target number, obviously between 50 and 450. And do you know what? Actually, just while we're here, do you know the shout out you gave us, Jamie, on the
Loosecast.
on Loosecast? Yeah, my sister, who doesn't really listen to the podcast, she was like, do you know, he explained that clearer than you have in every episode. I was like, oh, cheers. I might just clip that up and
Clip it into this.
Yeah, do it. I don't mind. Yeah.
So yeah, 50, 450. Let's get our number. So this week it is 370.
Good number.
Is it?
370.
6, 7 years. 7, 8 years. Then.
Right.
Have we got a theme for a song?
What would what was Paul Jewell doing as Jerry St. Clair, brimful of Asher?
Yeah, let's go.
Put that as song of the week.
Yeah, everyone, head to YouTube, Spotify. Get Cornish. Is it Cornish Shop?
No, I want to buy Jerry St. Clair.
Oh, sorry. All right, YouTube. Jerry St. Clair, Phoenix Nights, Brimful of Asher.
I used to have it. Yeah, when I bought the DVD, I got like a CD with all the songs. So I bet you can get that.
Did you? Yeah.
Yeah. I had all of them, including Send the Buggers Back as well. So, right.
Edit that out, Sean.
As if. How many times have we had these teams before? Is it just one each?
What's that? Sorry.
How many times have we had these teams before?
We've had Spurs a couple of times. We haven't had City that much.
I think City won, Spurs twice, I think.
Oh, I reckon we've had Spurs more than once.
I think twice.
Probably should have thought that through before we picked it.
The wheel picks it, Sean. You know that.
No, I mean before we put it in the wheel.
I think I've got mine.
I think I've got one.
I'm worried. I'm going to try and get two, though, in case someone picks it.
I'm doing the same.
I think I've got my Spurs one. I'm just trying to think of a City one for backup.
I'm going City. What are you lot doing?
I've got City as my main one. I think my backup is.
I've got City.
Oh, I've got Spurs one as my main one.
I've got two, I think. So unless someone picks both,
I've got two as well.
Bob can go ahead of me since I took Ryan Shaw across from him last week.
I've got a feeling Bob might do one of mine though.
I've got a feeling Bob might do one of mine as well.
Yeah,
there you go.
I'm going for vengeance. Can I go first then?
Oh, he knows he's got the same. He's desperate to get in there and sell him.
Desperate to get in there because I've only got one.
Right, are we ready to go?
Everyone got the happy, yeah. Go on then. Bob.
I'm going to give it away immediately, but I'm going for a slightly vague Everton link.
Yeah, you've got mine.
Yeah,
Got mine, I think.
Man City came through Everton Academy, Richard Dunn.
That was mine.
Oh, right, no.
Thanks, Tosh.
Yeah, I've got another Everton link. Can I go next?
My other one isn't
what it is.
My other one isn't an Everton link, so I can go after that. Go on then.
So in a similar vein to Richard Dunn, I suppose he came from City to Everton, unless there was a period in between. There may well have been. But I'm going to go for, and again, this could be way off. I'm going to go for Sylvain Distin.
Hmm.
Reckon he was there long enough?
I have
don't
no
know.
idea. I literally have no idea. He just seems to be playing forever.
He did the New York City Marathon the other week.
Yeah.
That's how many appearances he made on his thing, or
No, just gave us time.
Hopefully his number was 370.
Hutchie, do you want to go next? Don't want anyone stealing yours on your first appearance.
Yeah, I'm stuck between two. One's got an Everton link, so I'll go with him. I'll go for Aaron Lennon, just because he started quite young.
Oh.
He obviously moved about a bit, but I don't know if I've undershot that, but he seems to be there for a while.
He would have been there a while, as you say. He started Leeds, didn't he? But he's probably there 8-9 years. I reckon that's a good shout. I didn't even think of him.
For some strange reason, I can remember his profile picture on Twitter being a picture of him like with 300, like the film, superimposed onto him. I don't know why I remember that, but
Was it
Was it not
370?
Was it 70 before?
I'm not sure. I think it was just 300.
I remember someone saying, no, after that photo, he made 70 more appearances.
70 more.
Yeah.
Go on, Calla. What do you reckon? What are you going with?
I had two, and I kind of thought of these straight out. One of them I've said I've had as a Maroon 5 answer. Two City players. The one I was thinking of was, can I discuss them, by the way?
Yeah, my second one's a Spurs.
Right, okay, my two City ones. So I was thinking, obviously, someone who's been there for eight years, you've sort of legend status at a club, like City. The first one I thought of was David Silva. And then the other one who I'll go with was have someone who had Maroon 5 before. It was Aguero. I think he was probably there for 8-9 seasons, possibly around that. So yeah, I'm going to go Sergio Aguero. Someone who's yeah. Did he get to the island? No, who got to the island for that week?
Which one? No,
Van Basten.
Careers who ended.
Yeah, it was Van Basten. Yeah, good shout. Yeah.
Tell you what, we've got a super fan here.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll go Aguero.
Callum, you start.
Hopefully, he's closer than Silva.
You start checking, Callum.
Me?
Yeah, my second one I was going to guess was Jimmy Greaves, just because of how many goals he scored. I don't know what the ratio was like. Because I know he scored like 300 league goals, but I don't know if that he played for someone else.
Yeah, we never really go early. I'm going to go yeah, as I say, I had Richard Dunn as well. I reckon that's a good shout. The other one, I'm going to go another centre-half, and we go Spurs, and I'm going to go Michael Dawson. Again, I reckon he's on the lower side. 370 is a lot, but I feel like he was good. Signed him did they sign him and Andy Reid at the same time from Forest? Two absolute legends. Yeah, absolutely loved Andy Reid.
04-05, that Tyke Thompson kit.
Yeah, that was a great kit. That used to love Andy Reid.
Was it Kappa?
Yes, was Kappa.
Was that the skin tight one?
Martin Yolla manager. The glory days.
The summers were longer.
Was that the year he had the food poisoning?
Yeah, the Sanya.
Yeah. If I've lost out by one and he missed that game because of food poisoning, I'm going to be gutted. Yeah, Michael Dawson anyway. So we'll see. Callum, are you checking, or do you want me to check a couple?
I've started. It was Lennon, Distin, Aguero, Dunn, Dawson.
Yeah.
Cool.
How many have you done, Cal?
Yeah, I've got two more to go.
How are the guesses looking thus far?
Two close. One very close, two close. One quite a bit off.
Yeah, that'd be me.
I'm guessing. Yeah, I was going to say I'm guessing Sean.
Yeah. It's kind of become my thing now. It sounds.
Yeah, just guess Nuno Valenti every week.
Yeah. I try and bring the random shout, and we can all say Aguero. You know what I mean?
I mean, I didn't think of him, but
yeah, neither did I.
Because you think outside the box more.
Yeah, exactly.
Who's ever thought of Richard Dunn in the past 15 years?
3 of us did.
Before today.
I used to love Richard Dunn.
Just doing the differences.
Sylvain Distin's partner as well, wasn't he, for a good few years?
Yeah.
Hopefully 8 or 9 years.
Had a fight with Barton as well, didn't he, on a Christmas do or a pre-season do?
Did he? Yeah.
Yeah,
Richard Dunn. Yeah, he did.
yeah, Dunn and Barton. Yeah,
He wasn't the cigar, was he? That was
No,
somebody
that
else.
was
That
back
was
in the
Darbo
Galaxy
or something,
kid.
wasn't it?
Yeah,
Darbo, yeah.
Heighton's finest.
Heighton's had quite a good mention today.
Yeah,
Peter Reid, Barton.
Yeah. All for good reasons as well.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Peter Reid's an absolute icon. Do
Reedy
not
for trying to
associate him
scrap with their government advisor, Barton for
Yeah.
6.
Right, so do you want to know the differences, and then I'll tell. Or do you want me to just go with the results?
What do you mean the differences?
I'm going to tell you the
results.
differences, how close you were. I'll just
Why are
like
we
sort of
changing it? Why are we
overview.
changing it this week? Stop showing off, Callum.
Do you want to do them, Tosh? Do you want me to
What?
message them to you?
No, Callum, just do
I
it.
like the surprise. Come on.
Sound okay. So, in last place, 164 out. Sean, you're correct. Sylvan Biston. Hard luck, Sean. Happens.
Regular.
I'm surprised he's that low.
Same. I thought he'd be a bit closer, like, Jesus.
06.
He had a few clubs though, didn't
Yeah, I couldn't work out on a timeline, like, where he was and for how long, because he was at Portsmouth as well, but I didn't know where that was.
I think I was between City and
And
Everton.
Newcastle. He started at Newcastle, didn't he? Or
Yeah.
I made
Yeah,
that
yeah,
up?
but I mean, in between, like,
I think it was City for like 5 years and Portsmouth for a couple. And he signed for Everton relatively old, didn't he?
He was about 34, 35, and he signed. Did a great job for Everton apart from that cup semi, but
In
No, don't start.
fourth place, 49 out of 321, is Michael Dawson.
oh no.
In third place, with 390, was myself with Sergio Aguero.
get in.
Oh,
I'm
come
surprised.
on.
Oh,
I'm surprised he was.
come on.
Surprised he was that high because of his
But
injury record.
we're all Team Hutchie here, aren't we? Come on.
Yeah, so it's between Bob and Hutchie. One is 18 out, and the other is 8 out.
Oof.
So with 362, 8 out is the man of the hour, Hutchie.
Yes!
Get in.
Aaron Lennon, 362.
Wow.
It's
Yeah,
because
Richard Dunn,
I told
352.
him about that picture on Twitter. That's what won it.
So well done, Hutchie.
Oh,
first,
take that.
the first guest to win.
Yeah,
Take
sure.
that all the way to the back. So when I play along at home, you know, because I've got no mates and that, and I'm usually like at least 50 out. So, so I mean, it's like the tricky ones, like 125 and stuff. But
Yeah.
Turned
I
up for the
think
big occasion when it matters.
I think it's a higher number. It obviously narrows your options. But I'll take that all day.
Yeah, well done.
Performance.
Good stuff.
So, in fact, yeah, Tosh, I'll do the league table at the end because you edit it for us.
Yeah, I've already done it.
How have you?
You're still bottom.
Oh, obviously.
That's another 0 for you as well because we've had a guest on.
You've had a stinker there, Sean.
You know what? Just a game. Who cares?
When we've had four
You
four
care.
guests on. We've had 4 guests, and you've ended up with 0 points 3 of them times.
Have I? Yeah.
Yeah. The only time we offer 0 points, you've had 3 of the 4.
All right. If you just take a quick look at the latest league table, then Tosh is still at the top, but the gap's closing. He's on 46 points. Bob is in second place on 44 points. Callum closing behind again on 42. And then there's a big jump down to Sean, who's on 34. Do you know, like, combined, the guests are on 8 points, which actually, do you know, in a couple of guests, I reckon they'll overtake me. Who cares?
That's your niche.
Well, yeah, I mean, I like throwing a little random one out there.
You're the Derby 08.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's embodied his team.
Do you know what? That's meant to be a
Whole jewel of
compliment.
guessing.
Right, I'll close it up then. So that was another fantastic episode. We did all our usual, plus a little Chris-based quiz at the start. We hope you enjoyed it. We just want to say a huge thanks to our guest, Jamie Hutchinson.
And our Victor.
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
sorry.
Yeah.
But congratulate him on his win first.
Thank
But
you.
also, a big thank you, not only for joining us today, which obviously has been great for us, but also for supporting us online and pretty much giving all of our followers to us, because before you got involved, we had about 20 followers. And
Now we've got 22.
yeah,
That's
but no, yeah,
that's my power.
huge thanks. But yeah, it means a lot. So thanks very much.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah,
It's been
nice
great,
one.
thank
Thanks, Hutchie.
Thank you.
And-
Anytime.
All right, we'll take you up on that. See you next week.
Sean's been relegated now, 34 points.
Yeah, I'll do your tour. You do this. So yeah, hope you enjoyed it. See you next week. Hold on.
Nice one, lads.
Sweet.
Yeah, that was great.
Cheers, boys. Thanks for having me.
Nice one, Hutchie.
See you
Thanks,
later.
Thanks, Jamie. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Cheers. See you
See you in a
soon.
bit.
Bye.
Bye.
See you later.
I enjoyed that.
Lads,
That was
great.
sick.
How was my mic? Or was the mic good? Or
We couldn't hear you.
Couldn't hear you. You're on mute the whole time.
Have you turned it on?
Can I throw
There's-
it out there that the crisp quiz was a game changer?
Yeah,
It
I
went well,
enjoyed
Sean.
it. I
It was
enjoyed
good.
that, yeah.
You got some good little sound bites there, so if you
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
clip stuff,
Hutchie provides a couple as well as me,
not
though.
talking about it.
I actually think though the little game at the start, which you said, sure, I think that's something we could try and do and have a bit of a quiz at the start and at the end. You know what I mean? Rather than
Yeah.
just people waiting.
What I thought we should have done, when he said something towards the end, when he said, "I've got no mates," we should have mentioned something about us having no mates as well.
He's probably got that idea anyway, being with us for an hour.
Yeah, true. True.
Callum's got a cap on in his bedroom.
Or in the bedroom, in the back room.
Think
Now,
he
okay,
knows.
that's the intro clip, Sean.
Sorry, Cal.
Right, lads, well in.
Go ahead.
Good stuff.
Nice one.
Make sure that recording saves.
Good idea, that. Callum. Well, make sure it's safe.
I'm glad you mentioned it now, Callum.
Yeah.
Why haven't we always thought of that?
Hey, you
You,
did.
you say that as if the first one didn't get ruined.
Yeah, but that was me.
Yeah, no, I was just saying, make sure. See you later.
Right.
See you later,
See you in
Callum.
a bit. Ta-ra.
See you in a bit.
Who do you reckon it was he was talking about?
Let me do some research.
But the playoffs from
You're not
20,
12, 13.
and I assume he's Manchester based.
He must be. But then there's a couple of lads here I've never even heard of. A lot of them are Croydon based, as you can imagine.
Get Callum back on.
Do you know what? There's a player here from Cafford. That'd be fitting for Hutchie, wouldn't it?
What's Catford?
Dr. Cafford, his brother. That's how we ended up.
Oh, okay, sorry. Missed out there. No, I don't think we're ever going to get this. You're just
You
going
know
to
what?
have to ask him.
That can be the big mystery. If you know
That
what
could
it
be
is.
what he'll reveal that next episode he's on.
Okay. Yeah.